"2019 was predicted Year of the Vegan by Forbes and The Economist, and with 250,000 people joining Veganuary in 2019, they clearly weren't wrong."
In just 2 years, from 2016 to 2018, the UK vegan population increased by over 700%, and now 1 in 6 food products sold in the UK are vegan. That's more than anywhere else in the world.
It has been reported that 20% of under 35s have tried the vegan diet, and off the back of this, 91% of Brits have adopted the flexitarian diet. It is easy to see these trends continue, and if this happens, society may adapt to these changes.
In this documentary, we will investigate why this lifestyle is increasing, what corporations are doing to adapt to this growing market, and what universities are doing to accommodate the increasing number of students who are actively against the use of animal products.
Why has there been an increase in the number of vegans over the past 5 years? Animal welfare, climate change and health concerns are all cited as the main motivators for people to switch to a plant-based diet. But why now? Social media and sharing information online are some of the most notable reasons for the increased awareness about the various benefits of a vegan lifestyle. Veganism's online presence is monumental. As of November 2019, the vegan tag on Instagram had more than 86 million posts. Google also noted that 2018 Veganism had a popularity rating of 88 out of 100. Compared to the 17 out of 100 rating it had in 2008, it's evident that the internet has become a central instigator and tool of the vegan movement. The internet has previously brought unreachable information to light. People are learning about farming practices that are turning them away from meat and dairy. One example is YouTube influencer known as Earthling Ed, who received 3 million views on his lecture, "You Will Never Look at Your Life the Same Way Again," detailing the practices of the meat and dairy industry. Along with the increase in the adoption of the vegan diet, there has been a boom in animal activism. The group Anonymous for the Voiceless, who organised peaceful protests, dubbed the Cube of Truth in city centres throughout the world. In 2017, there were cubes of truth held in 300 towns and cities. However, by 2018, there were 900, including Southampton.
In similar vein, heightened concerns regarding global warming have led to many reducing consumption or foregoing animal products completely. Animal agriculture is one of the leading causes of climate change, contributing to 65% of all nitrous oxides globally. These greenhouse gases are produced due to the energy-intensive process of raising, feeding and transporting the animals from their birth to the consumer. Beef production produces 40 times more greenhouse gas emissions than legumes and uses 48 times as much water to produce an equivalent amount of energy. Additionally, animal products use 11 times more fossil fuels than that of a plant-based meal of equal calories. Raising livestock is one of the leading causes of deforestation, biodiversity loss and water pollution, with it being responsible for a massive 91% of the destruction of the Amazon.
On a different note, perhaps one of the unexpected reasons for people turning to veganism are the alleged health benefits. Not only have people been concerned about health scares relating to intense animal farming practices, such as salmonella and foot-and-mouth outbreaks, but red and processed meat is in fact classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization. Since then, several health specialists have advocated that a whole food vegan diet can reduce the risks of heart disease, type 2 diabetes and some forms of cancer. Additionally, the influence of social media sites, especially Instagram and YouTube, have meant that specialist vegan diets such as raw vegan foods have become a fashionable element of pop culture, with many believing it has health benefits. However, it should be noted that like any diet, veganism is only healthy if you eat balanced and varied meals.
So what is the impact veganism has had on society? The increase in the number of people adopting the vegan diet has led to many businesses adapting their produce to meet consumer demands. In January 2019, Greggs made headline news with the introduction of their new vegan sausage roll into 950 stores around the UK. In the first 6 weeks of 2019, Greggs saw an increase of 14% in sales. This trend is mirrored by other companies who have increased the number of vegan products that they sell. Supermarkets such as Morrisons and Tesco have even introduced their own brand of vegan food. Since Tesco has introduced their range of 46 own brand vegan products, Wicked Kitchen, the supermarket retailer has experienced an increase in sales by 25% and has even led to discussions within the company of increasing the number of vegan products to over 300. It's not just nationwide companies that have seen an increase in sales since adopting vegan branding. Local companies within Southampton have also seen an increase in sales and profits since introducing vegan products. We went to the Vegan Food Festival in Southampton to see why they thought companies should broaden their range in order to cater for different lifestyles and how marketing themselves as vegan help promote their companies.
Seeing people's feedback and the reaction that we're getting even today, and we have regular customers now that will just come to us for their supplies. It was something that I'd probably say not heard of much sort of prior to the last 5 years, but since the last 5 years it's definitely growing.
Companies are now using veganism as or vegan, the word vegan, as or environmentally friendly, all these different things as a marketing thing, you know. Yeah, 20 years ago they wouldn't have said, oh, my food's vegan, because they said, oh, that's just a few people. But now there's so many people, you have to appeal to that market because it's a massively growing market.
Mauritian food is very authentically and traditionally vegan anyway, so at least 60% of the food tends to be vegan. So when we first opened the restaurant, we just realised it was more about rewording it, so making sure that the vegan food was known to be vegan.
This awareness is growing, and younger people are saying, no, we have only one planet, we really need to do something about this. You know?
Universities and student unions have been quick to cater to the increasing demand for plant-based food alternatives. Several universities have announced that they will be reducing the sale of red meat on their campuses, and some universities, such as Goldsmiths in London, have announced that they will stop the sale of beef in all their food outlets completely. This trend has been followed by other universities around the country. For example, the University of Cambridge have announced that they are swapping beef and lamb for plant-based alternatives in all 14 of its food outlets and all 1,500 of their annual events. Since announcing this swap, they have reported a decrease in their carbon emissions by 33%. Perhaps the biggest trend is a number of universities that have set up entirely vegan cafes and food outlets. Universities such as Bath, Leicester and Manchester have all set up their own cafes which serve only vegan food. Here at the University of Southampton, the Students' Union has converted one of its cafes into the Plant Pot, a vegan-friendly and zero-waste food outlet, in order to meet the growing demand for vegan and environmentally sustainable food. We asked the union sabbatical officers about their decision and why they think it's important for universities to cater for this increasing demand.
The Plant Pot is our new solely vegan and vegetarian cafe. We're turning what used to be the cafe in level 3 into that new space. It's really exciting because it's actually a really bright and open space, but it's kind of been a bit unloved before. No one's really used it that much. So now we're putting some TLC into it. It's really opened up and it looks amazing. We did a survey which we sent out via email to all of our students, asking what it was that they wanted from food on campus, what they wanted from our outlets, and overwhelmingly we had responses saying that they wanted more vegan vegetarian food. The menu honestly looks amazing, and I say that as someone who isn't vegan or vegetarian. I personally was always skeptical of vegan food because it always felt like a substitute for something that I could always eat otherwise. But we tried lots of stuff for the menu and it's all absolutely amazing.